Hello, welcome to Access. I'm Rob. Joining us is Hollie.
Hey, guys.
And we are talking about The Last of Us Part 2.
We
Five
are.
things we know about The Last of Us Part 2. Starting with the characters.
What a way to start. Of course, it's Ellie and Joel. Yes, it is Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson. But this time you're going to be playing as Ellie. Now, I know we did a little bit in the DLC that came with The Last of Us.
Left Behind.
Yes, but this time we're actually playing as Ellie.
The whole game.
The whole game. And she's now 19 years old.
That's important. It was also a thing that we've often speculated about. If there was a Last of Us sequel, will we be playing as Joel and Ellie? Well, Neil Druckmann said that The Last of Us, for him, it's about those characters.
Yes.
It's not about the world. It's not about the post-apocalypse or the fungal infection or whatever it is. The Last of Us is those characters.
Yeah.
And so that's why Joel and Ellie return for The Last of Us Part 2.
And I can't wait to see how destructive a 19-year-old Ellie can be.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Which leads me on to the second point, which is the story. And what we know about the story is that this time it's about hate. And that's really important because while The Last of Us was very tragic, it was about Ellie and Joel, and it was still about a nurturing relationship, a father, surrogate daughter kind of relationship that they had. This time it's about hate.
Well, we got a lot of that from the trailer, didn't we?
Brutal.
Ellie's face, her speech about I'm going to find them all and I'm going to kill them all. It's like they're not good guys, these people. They're not goodies anymore. If there was any kind of semblance of goodness in them. This is we're going to be seeing a hate-fueled story now about revenge and violence. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to complement the first game, and that's what they really said. They wanted to complement the first game.
And that's why they've called it Part 2.
Yes.
They don't want it to feel like a sequel. They want it to feel like Last of Us and Last of Us Part 2 are telling one whole story.
Yeah.
But the Last of Us is, about the relationship between Joel and Ellie. This one is about what happens next.
Oh, God, I can't
hate.
The idea of it's so powerful, especially with this Naughty Dog. One of the other powerful things, though, and my next point, is about the music.
Yeah.
Now, I thought this was particularly cool. This did come out of PSX. Was it the music that Ellie was playing is a piece. It is The Valley by Sean James. This scene, they started talking about and working on 2 years ago.
That's amazing.
Put your head around that, right? The game's still in development, but this scene for this trailer, 2 years old.
So they've been thinking about the story for a long time.
Oh, yes.
And what's also important is that the theme to The Last of Us Part 2 is being composed by Gustavo Santaolalla, the man who composed the iconic theme to the original Last of Us game. He's an incredibly talented composer.
He really, really is. And it's beautiful.
I mean, Neil Druckmann has said that the story is told through the relationship, but it's also told through visuals and through music. So music is very important to The Last of Us. So the fact they've got the same composer is going to help make that story coherent and feel like one big story rather than two.
In fact, they had to get Ashley Johnson, a singing coach, to make her sing worse when she made that bit because I think she was just too angelic and they wanted something really rough, really powerful, and they had to teach her how to sing bad.
It's amazing.
I do it naturally.
You should have been Ellie
I
for The Last of Us 2.
Maybe not. Ashley does a much better job. Which brings me on to Ashley doing a good job, because the next point is about the acting.
Yes.
Now, anyone who remembers Naughty Dog just knows they always sort of re-push the mocap suits. We saw a lot of it for Uncharted 4 especially.
Performance capture is called now.
Performance capture.
It's more than just motion, is it?
Yeah.
It's everything. That's why it's so good.
It is, and they've upped it.
Facial capture. And we've seen little video clips of digital doubles that
That's
they
what
have
they call
now.
them. Yeah.
So they will have Ashley Johnson's face digitally.
Like morphed.
Yes, so they'll capture all her actual face movements, and then her digital imprint is put onto Ellie's character model.
Yeah.
Because Ellie doesn't really look like Ashley Johnson.
No.
Joel doesn't really look like Troy Baker.
No.
But they want those actors' actual facial movements to be in the game.
It's so cool. And I think it makes it much more powerful. But I remember looking at that trailer and thinking, Christ, Ellie looks like Ashley Johnson now. And that actually would be why, because it actually is Ashley Johnson. In fact, they can blend between takes. That's nuts.
The technology is amazing what they can do now. It's absolutely amazing.
The stuff they showed was really cool. Which, again, is the final point. I guess it's not a surprising point, but if you know Naughty Dog, you know they make graphics. They make the prettiest games. They push things as far as they can, and it's the new engine.
They have built a new engine for The Last of Us 2. I thought they were pushing PS4 as far as it could go with Uncharted 4. No. And then when they showed The Last of Us, the first, we saw the little guitar strings.
Oh my
and-
God, the best
and
guitars I've ever seen.
Ellie shaking hand and just her fingers playing the guitar. It looks unbelievably good. It looks
does.
ridiculous how good it looks.
It does, and I know it just sounds like such a daft point to make, but if you've played Naughty Dog games, you know how important it is to know that they're using a new engine.
It's going to be... I can't wait for this game.
I can't wait to see
It's
more.
going to be so amazing. But that was quite brief. There are 5 things that we
Yep.
do know for sure about The Last of Us Part 2.
Yep.
Let us know in the comments if you're excited for The Last of Us Part 2. I'm sure you are. And please do stay tuned as we have absolutely loads more coming up still from PSX.